Okay. All right. So I want to thank everybody for joining our healthy lifestyle seminar. Today, we're going to be going over setting goals, building workout plans, meal plans, and then we're going to write a love letter to ourselves. And then at the end, we'll end with a prayer. Um, so again, I want to thank everybody for coming, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. All right. So, working out and eating healthy is not something that we always want to do. We might have the desire, the motivation, and the good intention, but we must learn discipline. We must learn to discipline ourselves to engage in physical activity and also eat healthy. Just as we have to fight our flesh every day, no matter how hard the enemy fights us, trust me, you are going to get warfare when it comes to working out and eating healthy. So, working out is a decision that we have to make well, not every day, but it's a decision that we have to make even when um, our minds are telling us that, we don't want to. And then the scripture that I want to start with is Hebrews 12:11. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Okay. So we have to have a positive mindset when it comes to living a healthy lifestyle. Working out and eating healthy is an investment. It's basically the law of sowing and reaping. And we are going to put an investment into our bodies, and later we are going to reap the benefits of it. Okay. Any questions so far? All right. So if you guys check out the messages, there's a link that I sent you. Okay. And in that link, there's 4 templates. Let me know if you guys are having problems accessing it, but you're going to be able to fill out the specific portions that we have. Um, Let me know when you guys are there and you could open it.
I got it.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. So what we're doing is basically making the vision plain. Habakkuk 2.2-3 reads, write the vision and make it plain on tablets that he may run who reads it. So you're just going to go ahead and fill out this template. So I want you to write down your specific goals. So first, what exactly do you want to achieve? All right. Is your goal to lose weight? Is your goal to gain muscle? Is your goal to just have a healthy or more toned body? Or just to train yourself to make sure you're staying on top of your workouts, being healthy. So what is your goal? The next one is, how are you going to track your advancement? So is it going to be by maybe like taking pictures? Are you going to use the scale? Are you going to see how you fit in your clothes? There's a specific, maybe you're getting married and there's this dress you want to fit in. So how will you track your advancement? Okay, and then third, I want you to write down, how are you going to make this feasible for you? Okay, so how are you going to put the time to work out? Are you going to do it, I don't know, in the morning, before you go to work, after work? How much time are you going to put into this? Okay. And then relevant, how is this goal going to fit into your broader objectives? Right? So what is working out going to do for you when it comes to, the objectives you have in life? And then last, what is your deadline? So are you giving yourself 3 months, Are you giving yourself 5 months, 6 months, a year? Well, not a year. We need 3 to 6 months. And I'll give you guys some time to fill that out. And when you guys are finished, you could just, I'll give you like 5 minutes to fill that out. I wish I knew how to play music on here. I'm gonna try. Let's see. All right. I can't tell if you guys are able to see my screen again or not. Okay, good. Okay. Um, does anybody want to share what they've written for their SMART goals?
Yeah, so mine was weight gain and then just like healthy body overall. My measurable was the scale and blood tests. Achievable, I wasn't sure what that, I forgot like how to answer that one, so I skipped it. Um, for relevancy was just the overall feel better. And then my time bound was 1 month because I feel like you can reverse anything. So within a few days of just changing how you're eating and everything. So yeah, that was maybe not so much the weight gain part, but the overall body.
Okay. Anybody else want to share?
Mine was body tone and strength building. My measurable is photo tracking, but also like skin tightness and muscle vision. My achievability is pretty good. Like I have strength now, and I still kind of have like that same muscle memory from before. So
Mhm.
I think it's pretty achievable. My relevance is just to, build my strength back up, and kind of feel better about how like my body looks. And then my deadline was 3 months.
Okay, nice. All right, anybody else before we move on to the next? Okay, all right, no problem. So we'll move on. Okay, so you guys are able to see my screen, right? Because it's not showing up on mine. It's so weird. Okay. So Galatians 6:7 say, do not be deceived, God is not mocked. So whatever a man sows, that he will reap. Okay. So sowing into working out, these are the benefits that we're going to gain from it. So regular activity, of course, is going to boost your energy. It's going to control your weight. It's going to combat health conditions, reduce the risk of disease. It's going to promote better sleep. It's going to strengthen your bones, joints, and muscles. You're going to have a healthy heart. Of course, discipline, balance, and coordination. It's going to reduce pain, and it's going to increase your ability, performance, and stamina. And then for eating healthy, it's going to help you live longer. It's going to keep your skin, teeth, eyes healthy. It's going to support your muscles, boost immunity, strengthen your bones and teeth, lower the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and some cancers. It's going to support healthy pregnancies and breastfeeding. It's going to help your digestive system function properly, and you're going to have a focused mind, and it's going to reduce brain fog. Better sleep, clear skin, better mood, healthy growth, and the list goes on. Okay, so does anybody have any questions before move on to the next part? Okay. All right, so there are 5 components of fitness that I want to go over. The first one is going to be flexibility. Then you have your body composition, muscular strength, muscular endurance, and cardiorespiratory endurance. So for flexibility, that's going to be a range of possible movement at a joint movement. Yeah. So the way you could increase your flexibility, it's going to just be stretching. So you could do like static stretches, active stretching, passive stretching, isometric stretching. Okay, so before you do any workout, or even after you do your workouts, you're going to want to make sure you're stretching to increase your flexibility. Okay, and that's also going to make sure that you're not pulling any muscles the next day when you work out and things like that. And then we're going to focus on body composition, and that is the percentage of weight that is fat compared to muscle and bone. So you could use a BMI index to kind of calculate this. And for men and women, there is a certain percentage where you should have essential fat and where it goes to obesity. And this is the chart, and you could calculate this by your height and weight. I did this at my gym, but I know there's some calculators that you could use, and it could help you calculate this. Okay, and then we have muscular strength and muscular strength. So muscular strength is going to be the amount of force a muscle can exert against resistance. This is going to be muscle group specific, meaning, it could be your legs are going to be different from how much your arm could, how much strength you have in your legs compared to how much strength you have in your arms. To improve muscular strength, you're going to want to use heavier weights with fewer reps. And yeah, so that's basically how you're going to increase that. And then for muscular endurance, this is also muscular group specific, and it's the ability to use the voluntary muscles many times without getting tired. And to improve muscular endurance, you're going to use lighter weights and higher reps. So that's the difference between those two, okay? And then the last one is going to be cardiorespiratory endurance. And then this is the body's ability to work out for long amounts of time without getting tired. So the way you're going to increase this is through cardio, aerobic exercise, interval training, cross training, and this is going to help increase your metabolism, and it's going to help you maintain healthy levels of oxygen in your body. Okay. So those are the 5 components of fitness. I know I kind of went over that fast, but does anybody have questions? No.
Will we get a copy of this?
Yeah, I can send you a copy in your email.
Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem. Okay. All right. So let's talk about basically strength, muscular endurance, and muscular strength. So if your goal is to become stronger, you will need to focus on basically being in a calorie surplus. This doesn't mean that you're going to just eat a bunch of junk or fast food. Instead, you'll be intentional about the healthy foods that you eat. So for example, if I'm having a strawberry milkshake and I want to up my calories, I'm going to add some more protein powder, banana, oats, collagen, fat burners. That's going to boost the amount of calories that's in my food. And then I'm going to do strength training. Strength training is specifically my favorite way to work out because it allows you to build your specific muscle groups. Like if you didn't have a booty before, you could have a booty now. You could really like tighten up your waist. So I really love strength training. And the benefits of strength training is going to be injury prevention. It's going to improve your strength. It's going to recharge your metabolism. It's going to increase muscle mass. It's going to help with fat loss. It's going to help your posture. You're going to have a better mental health and better mood and confidence. Okay. And as we are aging, our bodies are losing muscle, so we need to build muscle so we could prevent things like injury and stuff like that. What are some tips for muscle growth? So for me, from working out, from what I can say, I would say stretching before working out, as I was saying before, because I've pulled certain muscles and I had to sit out like a week or two from not stretching. And then I would recommend doing compound movements, which is basically workouts like squats and stuff like that. That's going to help you work several muscle groups at a time. And it's going to decrease the amount of time you're in the gym. And then the biggest one I would say is making sure your form is correct. Because when I used to start going to the gym, I would just start lifting heavy because I thought that that was the point. But if your form is not correct, you're not going to see results. Okay. And then I would recommend doing slow, controlled movements and make sure you're contracting your muscles and thinking about those muscles before you lift. Okay. So I have some videos here that's going to go over certain workouts that you could do. I have like some of my friends here. Oh, hi, Waldine. Waldine is here. Say hi, guys. Okay. So we have like certain workouts. So for arms and chest, there's specific workouts you could do, like barbell shrugs. Let me see if I could play these videos. Okay. Go over this. Hey, some workouts. Let me really like zoom into them. Okay, so for arms and chest, certain workouts that I recommend you could do, like barbell shrugs, dumbbell curls, wrist curls, cable tricep pull down, dumbbell seated overhead extension. And then for obliques, Felsine was showing me how to do this workout the other day, and I was sore for a week. You could do like Russian twists, side planks, torso rotations, side crunches, sit-ups, regular crunches, leg raises, planks, knee raises, cable crunches. And then this workout, I forgot the name of this workout. I'm not gonna lie, guys, but it looks like it doesn't hurt, but if you have like a strong enough weight, you're definitely going to feel it. And then some back workouts. And then when I do my back workouts, I'm making sure that I'm focusing on the muscle. As you can see here, I guess it's called the blades of your back. It's like the blades of my back are like touching each other. So when I used to first start working out, I would just do these movements and not think about my muscles at all, and I would not see any results. But now I'm making sure that I'm thinking about the muscles and that I'm making sure that I'm contracting them when I'm working out. Any questions on that part? I guess that's what. Okay. All right. And then I recommend, so the reason I put upper body and lower body is, when you are lifting, it's better to kind of like separate your workouts from upper body, or you could have ab day or leg day, because you're giving your body time to rest the other muscles. Like you're giving time for your other muscles to rest. And if you're resting, that's when you're going to see muscle growth. So another mistake I used to do was like I would go to the gym every single day, and you also won't see as much results with that because you're not giving your body time to rest. And then these are some of the leg workouts. So Carolyn is showing us how to do some light single leg lunges. And then Felsine is showing us how to do the cable RDLs. Okay, and then Wilnita is showing us how to squat. She squats really heavy. Like I wish I could get to her point one day, but baby steps. And then we have Bridget. She's showing us how to do the cable kickback. And again, as you can see, all these ladies are using slow, controlled movements, and they are focusing on the muscle that they are working out on. And here I have like a list of different workouts that you could do. And I'll send this via email as well. And then the next portion is just going to be talking about cardio. So if your goal is to get more lean, then you're going to want to focus on burning more calories. That's going to be being in a calorie deficit. So again, you're going to do the opposite. It doesn't mean that you're going to starve yourself, but you're going to start by eliminating excess sugars. So, if you are eating a salad, maybe cut out the dressing, or maybe use a dressing that doesn't have so many calories. You're going to want to reduce like the salt and stuff like that. Maybe not use cheese, and that's going to help you reduce help you be in a calorie deficit. And then you'll want to focus on cardio and aerobic exercises. And these exercises is also what's going to help you enhance your cardiovascular endurance. So these are the three of my favorite workouts. So every time I do cardio, I'm doing cycling. I love cycling. You could do the Stairmaster, which I have just started. I'm now able to do 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. Before I could only do like 2 or 3 minutes, but now I'm able to do 30 minutes. And then swimming. The only thing is I can't swim all the time because, I'm Black and I don't want to ruin my hair. But besides that, these are the three of my favorite cardio workouts that I recommend. Okay. Any questions before we move on?
Imani had a question in the chat.
Oh, sorry. I'm not able to see the messages. Okay, go ahead.
I said, how many days out the week do you recommend going to the gym? And then how many days, like, should we rest? And how many hours do you recommend us spending in the gym?
Well, you really need only like 45 minutes in the gym, I would say. But I usually I'm usually there for like 2 hours, but it's because I just love the gym. But you really only need 45 minutes. And I would say, getting started probably 2 to 3 days a week. And then once you get more comfortable, you could like build up with that. And then rest. Yeah. So if you're working out 2 to 3 days, maybe rest for 2 to 3 days. But you could also ask Willie that question because she's more certified than me. So we'll see what she has to say about that. Is that it for questions?
Also, how do you feel about supplements? Like, I know you use EHP labs. Do you recommend taking pre-workout or post-workout or like protein shakes?
Yeah, I personally do. I do have a slide on here, and I'm going to go over the different supplements that I use, and I do use EHP labs, but yes, I do recommend supplements and pre-workout. The pre-workout I take from EHP labs, the reason I like it is it's a fat burner. So it takes your fat and basically turns it into energy. So you're getting a pre-workout and a fat burner at the same time. And, when you work like a 9 to 5, you don't always have the energy to go lift heavy weights. So personally, I like using a pre-workout. Okay. All right. So our next slide, I just wanted to go over different gyms that you could go to. If you're a person that maybe you need like a little extra boost, because I know when you're going to the gym, that's a lot of self-motivation, and you have to make the decision every day to, go work out. And maybe you don't like working out alone. Maybe it might be hard for you to focus on or like create a workout plan. Or I'm not sure. Maybe you're just not that type of person. So I also always recommend other gyms that you could go to, like Pilates, which is a form of strength training that focuses more on improving muscle tone rather than building muscle. So if you're a person that is trying to tone up, you could sign up for a Pilates class. And then there's like rowing. So it's a stationary machine that mimics the act of rowing in the water, and that's going to target your arms, legs, and your core. And then CrossFit gyms, me personally, I can't do the CrossFit gyms because there's always like some guy yelling at you, and I don't know if I could keep up. That's why I like go to the gym so I could like do it at my own pace. But it is a hardcore set of defined workouts, which include strength building exercises at a high intensity level. And then there's boxing gyms, which is going to teach you the fundamentals of boxing combined with an intense workout style. And then rock climbing. So these classes are going to be based off complexity and height. And there are gyms that offer different sorts of rock climbing. So, and this is safer to me than outdoor rock climbing, and you don't have to worry about the weather and stuff. So these are some other sorts of gyms that I would recommend that you could try if you think that's too much for you. Any questions with those? Let me know if there's a question because I can't really see the chat. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. So now we are going to speak to our guest speaker, which is Will Need. She is a fitness trainer and owner of Willpower, and she is a motivation to me. Every single time I don't want to work out, she posts like a little gym video, and I'm like, okay, let me get my butt up, let me put my gym outfit, and let me go to the gym. So we're just going to invite her, and I just need to put you as co-host. Okay. All right. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, she'll be able to answer them.
We can ask me whatever, as transparent as you want. I'm here to give you all the details, tips, advice that I can give. But let me just start off without my journey. Well, a full introduction. My name is Wilneed Renee, and I've been a personal trainer since I was like forever. For about 3 years now. I started my fitness journey in 2018, but I've always been active. I was an athlete in middle school. I was an athlete in high school, but I was just like very petite. I just recently graduated with my bachelor's in exercise science. And currently now I'm a full-time personal trainer, well, part-time personal trainer. I'm a teacher also. But yeah, so when I started my fitness journey, I was about 110. I was a cheerleader all through high school, so I had to stay petite to be a flyer. So I stayed around 105, 110. And after I graduated high school and just going to college, everybody was thicker than me. So that was like, I want to gain some weight. And, somebody brought up like, let's go to the gym. At first, I was very apprehensive going to the gym. I was like, I don't want to be bulky. I don't want to look like a man. Like I've seen them girls. I ain't trying to be one of them girls. And finally my friend brought me, and it was great. It was a guy friend. So he walked me through his workouts. I hated it. I didn't want to go back. And I made a friend, and slowly but surely we both teamed up and we started working out together. We figured it out along the way. I had a lot of setbacks and breakthroughs very much along the way. I went from 110 to the last time I was really hit my goal was about 150 muscle. It was not easy. Every day was a struggle. Some days were great days. Some days were bad days. I accepted the journey for what it was and however my body wanted to respond to what I was eating, how I was working out. And I also want to say that there's going to be days where you don't want to go, and that's okay. There's going to be days where you're sick and you miss a week. That's okay. There's going to be days where you're just mentally drained and you're not able to lift. Don't force yourself. Listen to your body. I always tell people this is very important to listen to your mind and your body, because if you force yourself to go and you're really not in that space, it's one thing to be lazy, but if you're really not in that space, you just wasted a whole hour just sitting there, not doing anything or not really being productive. But yeah, so yeah, along the journey, it's been a good time. I've cried about it. I've had body dysmorphia. I've looked at myself, I'm like, I'm not thick enough. I'm not this enough. I'm not. And then once I actually accepted my body and who I was and the season that I was in is when I really started to appreciate everything. And that's when the results really came. Like when I stopped looking at what everybody else was doing or feeling like everyone else was watching me, that's when I really flourished and blossomed in the gym. Yeah, so that was my little intro. If anyone has any questions for me, so we can get it rolling, I got you. Um, Anybody want to go first?
Guys, don't be shy.
Yeah, don't be, ladies, this is the time to ask me. You have a personal trainer for free. Ask me whatever you want. I'm here at your disposal.
My question is about eating habits. How did your eating habits change throughout that process? Like, did it vary? Were there times where you kind of fell off of what you had going? How was that coming up with that routine and that regimen?
When I started, when I was at 110, I was used to eating just once a day and being okay with it. And I wouldn't get hungry. I had no appetite whatsoever, which is why I stayed so skinny. Over time, when I did decide, okay, I want to weight gain, I want to be in a calorie surplus, I had to, don't take this the wrong way, but I had to force myself. I had to, for me, because my appetite was like non-existent, I had to set a timer. Like every 2 to 3 hours, I needed to eat. Even if I didn't want to eat, I would eat something small. Once I started strength training, my body got hungrier. Like I was hungry, like really bad. So I would eat more. Then that turned into bigger meals. Then that turned into an everyday thing. It was the consistency that really built up my appetite. I was used to eating a bowl of cereal and being okay and not eat nothing else for the rest of the day. Also, like I would drink like one bottle of water and be okay. Or I would get so busy, I would forget to eat. I'm pretty sure you guys heard that a lot. Like you forget to eat, you get so consumed with what's going on in the day, you forget to eat. I had to make eating a priority. I had to make nourishing my body a priority because you wouldn't drive your car on E to Miami. So why would you let your body be on E going to the gym? You're not going to produce any results from it. So it was just a learning experience, trying different foods, really being on top of my meals. I would have to meal prep or, just getting to know what I like, what I don't like, and being okay with that. It started off as small portions, about 4 times a day, and then the portions really grew. I got hungry. Once you consistently go to the gym, you will get hungry. Like before I go to the gym now, I will eat. After I go to the gym, I will eat. Another 2 hours, I will eat. Like I do not play by my food. I'm eating all day. And because I'm so consistent in the gym, you don't really see the big difference. And I'm very careful about what I consume because I'm also lactose intolerant. So I can't just consume dairy how I want to. I stay away from ice cream. I'm not a big milk person. I'll drink oat milk or maybe almond milk, but rarely. I used to drink a lot of protein shakes. I don't necessarily drink protein shakes anymore. Most of what I get is from food. So my eating is very basic. I'm the chicken tender friend. I'm very basic when it comes to eating, but that just works for my body.
I
I
have
hope that
a question.
answered. Oh, yes.
Should you always eat before you go to the gym? And how do you feel about supplements like is it creatine? Creatine and
Mhm.
L-glutamine?
Glutamine. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll answer Imani's, and then I think that was Lashonda that asked the question. Okay. I'll answer Imani's, then I'll go to Lashonda. For me, can you repeat your question one more time?
I said, is it required to eat before you go to gym? Like, should you eat before you go work out? And how do you feel
Mhm.
about supplements like creatine and L-glutamine?
Mhm. So it's not required that you eat before you go work out, but I would recommend you eat at least a small snack, maybe like a banana, a granola bar. You want that fuel to go to the gym. So I wouldn't eat like 10 minutes or 30 minutes before I go to them. I would give at least an hour, 45 minutes to an hour before you go and eat, like go work out. So for me, because we're different, I'm able to eat a bowl of oatmeal or a bowl of rice and I'll be okay before I go to the gym. That's me. I built up to that and I won't throw up. Some people, they can't eat before they go to the gym or they will throw up. It's different for everyone. So I would you can eat a small snack. If you've gone the whole entire day with no food and you think you're going to work out for an hour, it's not going to happen. You will get lightheaded. You won't be able to put out what you can really give in the gym. I would definitely recommend you eat like a granola bar or like maybe a fruit, banana, something small, and then go work out. As far as creatine goes, if you are just starting off on your journey, you don't necessarily need those supplements. I know they're really popular right now on social media and everyone's pushing it. When I started my fitness journey, I didn't take any of that. The only thing I took when I started my fitness journey was pre-workout. I didn't get into like proteins or even like any little supplements until like year 2, year 3 of my journey. And that's like me wanting to go to the next level. You don't need any of that stuff. Majority of what you need that's going to help your weight gain or your weight loss is nutrition and holistic vitamins, like those type of stuff. Those supplements are not the quick fix. A lot of people will say, oh, I took some creatine and I gained like 10 pounds and look how thick I am. It's a process, and you're not supposed to stay on creatine for too long. You're supposed to cycle it like every 4 to 6 weeks, 4 weeks on, 4 weeks off, and see how it affects your body. But creatine is very safe. It's the most tested supplement out of every other supplement on the market right now. It's very safe. I forgot the brand that I used to use. I haven't used creatine in a while, but I don't want you guys to go buy a bunch of stuff and put it in your cupboard and think that if I take all this stuff plus gym, I'm going to get the body that I want. Because when you have that mentality that this is going to be your quick fix and you don't get the results that you're looking for, you're going to feel discouraged and you're not going to want to do it anymore. A lot of people, which I want to bring up too, I'm going to take this fat burn and I'll be okay. But sometimes the reason why you're bloating is because of what you're eating. Maybe you're not really fat. Maybe it's your body that's inflamed. Maybe your body that's backed up. We don't take this into consideration. Not the quick tummy teas. You're not going to take the quick tummy tea to help the bloating. You're going to figure out what's causing the bloating. I heard someone earlier say they want to do blood tests. A full body workup is very, 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 very important. I do it every year. Every year I get a full workup of my body, blood tests, everything. It's free once a year with my insurance. I suggest you guys do that also, just to know where your body is. They'll tell you what you're lacking. So when I first started, I had a hormonal imbalance. They tried to give me birth control. I did do birth control for a little while, but I got off. I managed it through eating healthier. They'll tell you, oh, you need this, you need that, you need this. Really look into what you're eating, what you're consuming. A lot of dairy products cause inflammation. If you're not having a bowel movement regularly, that's a problem. If there's other stuff going on, sometimes it's not you being fat, it's just your body being inflamed. And I feel like a lot of people, the answer is mostly food. It's what you're consuming. It's what your body's wanting. Your body's responding to what you're eating, and it's trying to tell you, hey, I don't like this. And this is why we look like this. So responding to your body, really doing holistic information research really will help you. It helped me a lot. I'm sorry if I ramble. I'm very passionate about this stuff. I hope that kind of answered everything. If you do plan on doing creatine, you need to stay very, very hydrated, because if you're not hydrated, it will damage your kidneys over time. If you're overdoing it and not giving yourself enough hydration. As far as L-glutamine, taking L-glutamine it's not a quick fix for the bloating. I know people be like, oh, I took this for like a month and now look how skinny I am. Sometimes it's just them pushing out their narrative to get paid for it, to push out that specific product. You can also lower your belly fat and bloating through food and vitamins and minerals and other things like that. So definitely look into that. Let me go to LaShonda's. I hope, Imani, did that help you any way?
Yes, a lot. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it.
Okay, great. LaShonda, I'm going to your question right now. How did you find workouts that are best for your body type? Trial and error. Trial and error. When I first started, I was looking for workouts on Instagram. I quickly realized what I was watching on Instagram was not what it was. I started off with, and then I started doing my research. I do basic body functions, even to this day. I do my squats, my compounds, squats, deadlifts. You guys don't need to do chest press. It's not for you. I'm a gym freak, so I just do chest anyway. You guys don't have to. I prioritize the main groups, arms, bicep curls, stuff like that. Those are just the basics. Start with the basics and then work your way up. You don't need to do Bulgarian split squats. If you've never done a squat a day in your life, you don't even need to do the squat rack. Get a kettlebell and do some squats that way. Start from the bottom and work your way up. You'll see all these people on Instagram. So, oh, I did this for like 6 weeks and look at my butt. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. They'll tell you, oh, I did this challenge and I did it like in 4 weeks and I gained all this weight. It doesn't work that way. That's not real. A lot of those people, they take pictures way before, or they fabricate a lot of those pictures and it's not what it is. And then they make regular people that don't really work out have that mentality that, oh, I'll just get a butt in a month. You don't start seeing results until like maybe the first 3 months of you working out consistently. So if anyone had that perspective that you can probably like gain a certain amount of weight or look a certain way after just a month, it's not going to happen. After a month, you start feeling the process. And then as time goes by, then you'll start building the muscle. People will probably see it before you do. You probably won't even see a change, but there will be a change there with your endurance, with your breathing, with your walking, with your joint health. Like you'll feel different, but you may not look how you plan to look in that amount of time that you plan to do it. As far as workouts go, I stick to functional training. So deadlifts, as if I think about deadlifts, I think about my squats, I think about bicep curls, I think about tricep pull downs, shoulder press, those type of things. You don't need to be doing a bunch of crazy workouts in order to look a certain way. Less is more. There you go. Less is more. I would choose like four compound movements. Stick to those 4 compound movements as you start, and then incorporate little alternatives or little single leg stuff before you go switch up your work routine. That leads me to say you need a routine. Do your research on the workouts that you like, that you would want to try. Have a list of that. Put that in your notes in your phone. And when you go to the gym, like, you know what machine you're going to, because sometimes we get overwhelmed when we walk into the gym and everyone's like walking past us and you don't know where you're going or what you're doing, and that may discourage you. Also have a plan. Like if I'm going to do my legs, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do squats today, I'm going to do hip thrust, I'm going to do leg extension, and I may do some kickbacks on the cable machine. I know where the cable machine is, I know where the squat rack is, I know where the leg extension, and I know where the cable machine is for my glute kickbacks. So that way you're not lost and you're not like trying to figure out or copy someone else, whatever they're doing. You know it, you study the movement, and then you're ready to go. I'm not sure if that helped at all. Let me know, LaShonda, or I can give you more insight on how you want to set up your workouts.
Oh, Wilby, I had a question for you. So I know, so I know a lot of girls, when they're first starting at the gym, they're very like self-conscious about, people staring about them. And I feel like you have so much confidence, at the gym, and you post like so many videos. So what would you say to those girls who, are nervous about starting a workout or like going to gyms and stuff like that?
Okay, first things first. When you walk into that gym and you feel like everyone's staring at you and judging you, no one is paying attention to you. That's first thing. No one is watching you. I mean, there's always some kind of creepy people that be like, oh, they watch you, that's whatever. When I started, I was friendly. So I knew everybody. I got very comfortable. I started with one friend, and then we started making more friends, and you start making more friends, or you can just bring a friend. And then you guys can get acclimated together. So that way it takes the pressure off of you just being alone. But with me and my mentality, when I walk into a gym, even if it's a gym that I've never been to, that's my gym. I run the gym. Is it necessary to do arm things? Okay. I'll answer that like right after. But when I walk into a gym, it's the willpower show. I had posted that too. I was like, it's the willpower show. I just carry that confidence because who's gonna come check me? Who's gonna come say something to me? Not me. Like, I don't care, because at the same time, this might be the last person. You might see this person. This is the first and last time you see that person. Don't go into it thinking I'm doing something wrong. You know what you're doing. You have a plan. You're ready to go. Have that confidence. That confidence is contagious. People are going to feel that, and they're going to gravitate towards you. I don't feel like I've ever been insecure going to the gym. Even when I started, I was doing like the worst exercises. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was still recording myself confidently. When I look back at what I've done, I was like, who sent me to do that? But you just have to believe in yourself. You have to trust the process. You have to love yourself before you go. Because you're going to see girls that look very different than you. You're going to see girls that are more fit than you, and you're going to feel discouraged. You're not going to want to do it. You need to love yourself in the season that you're in, because if you don't appreciate yourself now, you're not going to appreciate the results after. So everyone's like, oh, wait till I get this. Wait till I look like this. I can't wait. I'm going to post. I'm going to act up. No, act up now. Post now. Who cares? Like, and then when you're 6 months from now, you're going to look back and like, wow, I can't believe I used to look like that, but I'll never look like that again. This will be the last time you look the way you look. That's why I don't care. For me, people can say whatever. I'm like, this is going to be the last time I look like this, because you're never going to see this body ever again. It's gonna be the last time I look like this. But you have to have that mentality. It's all about mentality. Because when y'all go somewhere where you're confident, and you gotta treat the gym the same way. No one in the gym is going to check you. No one in the gym can judge you. They can judge you all they want. No one's going to say it to your face. No one's about that life. No one's going to do nothing to you. No one's going to hurt you. You have to lock in. Whenever I go to a gym and I get a little bit nervous, I put my headphone in, put my headphones on, and I lock in. I don't see no one else. I don't see anyone else. If I'm in like a good mood, I'll talk it up, chop it up with my friends. If I see them, if no one's there with me, I'm locking in. It's just me and my headphones and my workout. That's the only thing I see. I'm not paying attention to no one else. So I think as far as confidence goes, it's the you show. You are the main character. No one else can tell you anything. Lock in. You don't see no one else but yourself. You're focused on the vision. You're focused on the process. Nothing else. If you're busy looking at everybody else, that means you're not working hard enough. You should be trying to gasp for air, or you trying to lock in or focus. You shouldn't have time to look at other people or worry about what other people think about you. I had a couple questions in here. Is it necessary to do arm things? Is it okay to build core and leg muscles? And what do you recommend for saggy boobs? Okay. Yes, it's necessary to do arm things. You can't do legs every day. I know you can do legs 3 times a week, but you have to cater to the other parts of your body that need that strength too. So I know a lot of us have this. Unfortunately, I don't. Let me see. Okay, I don't. So this is your tricep. You definitely want to work your tricep. The top is your bicep. Those are very important because we don't want to take pictures and it's hanging. There's so many exercises that can help. So I definitely recommend you do arms. Your whole body will look toned. You're not going to look manly. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. You will not look manly. Work out your arms. Work out your back. You heard that little saying, unbig your back. That's very important. Working out your back slims the waist. You want to look like the Coke bottle. Okay. I promise you. Work your whole entire body. Your back should be a priority. Your arms should be a priority. Your core should be a priority. Your legs should be a priority. Those 4 groups, you're going to be snatched. You can. Yes, you can have the Angela Bassett arms. Angela Bassett look good. All right. For her age, she eating. She's eating. As far as the breast thing, chest workouts. You can do chest workouts. They do help the boobs. Remember, your boobs are also fat. You're doing cardio, you're lifting, and you're working out your chest also, your boobs will tone up too. Unfortunately, I do not do chest anymore because I have small boobs and they will, So we don't want to, they will turn into muscle and I tone up very quickly, especially in my upper body. It tones up very quickly. So I don't want the muscles. Not to say that it will happen to you. My body responds to workouts differently. So it takes my lower body longer to get that tone than it does my upper body. If I do my upper body for like a week straight, we're gonna be cutting up. That's just the way my body is. I have a low body percentage anyway. So, but for boobs, I would definitely do chest press. You can do it with dumbbells, smaller dumbbells. I wish I could like give you guys a tutorial. Maybe we should do that. Jennica, I'm thinking like I could drop a couple videos. We could do like a group chat, accountability group chat. We might drop a little couple videos in there, how-to videos, how to navigate in the gym. I would love to do that if y'all down for that. But this is only for y'all because y'all showed up, y'all showed out. So if you guys would like that, just say yes in the chat and I'll definitely. I love that. Okay, Sarah. So if you guys want to do something like that, I can do that. We can all just build our own community and just drop questions or workout videos or what we eat in the day. So I would love to do that. I've always wanted to do that. So can we do it through we can do it through IG. Does everyone have an Instagram? Okay. If everyone has an Instagram, we can definitely do it through IG. Because when I post my reels, I don't post my whole entire workout. So what you see is snippets of my workout. I never post my full workout because not everyone can do what I do. So I just do it mostly for entertainment. But I'm down to like, hey, if you guys need help doing a machine, you guys don't know how to do foot placement, or you guys are having back pain or knee pain and you're trying to figure out what's causing that during a workout, I can definitely help out with that. Or some go-to leg workouts. I have plenty of those videos in my phone that need to be deleted, but I'm willing to send them off before they go. But yeah, so I ramble. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So
Anyone else?
I wanted to ask, there's girls from everywhere here.
Mhm.
Do you do like fitness trainings like online? Is there a way for you to, if somebody was looking into a trainer, are you able to do it like virtually or?
Currently I'm not able to. I became a teacher recently. So
Congrats.
I became a teacher. Yeah. So I have second graders right now. I was doing fitness full time. Oh, hold on. Yes. No. We'll talk about that. The gym hygiene, we'll talk about that in a second. So I'm teaching second graders right now. I did have to go back to work because, inflation is not stopping. Yeah, it's hurting. So I went back to work. I wouldn't necessarily do online clients. I can have a space where you guys can access workouts if that helps you. But at the moment, I can't take on any more clients than I have right now. I'm doing fitness part-time. So I have like about 3 clients. And with my schedule, I work about 8 to 3:30. And then the rest of the night I'm training and I have to train myself. So right now I don't have the capacity. Hopefully during the summer, I can do more boot camps. I used to do a lot of boot camps. So hopefully I can do virtual boot camps or virtual check-ins with you guys. But for me as a trainer, I need to be with you along the journey. I don't like to just give you a bunch of workouts and then I go about my day. If I'm your trainer, I'm invested in you just as much as you're invested in yourself. I'm like on you like all day, all night. What did you eat? What's your period looking like? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm in your business as a trainer. That's why I don't want to make the commitment and not be able to actually be there for you physically. So, right now, no, I'm not accepting any more clients. But like I said, if you guys have we can do a group chat. And if you have any questions or concerns, or that'll be our mini community. And I can definitely help that way for now. Somebody asked something in the chat. can we talk about gym hygiene? Okay. Shower, if you can, and it is possible, shower before and shower right after. As far as showering at the gym goes, please shower with shower shoes. I don't know. I work at a gym and I know they do the bare minimum. They clean it, but us as Black women, we know what clean means. We scrub and bleach and everything. So for me personally, I'm not showering at the gym. I live 5 minutes from the gym, so I'll go home and shower. But I always try to shower before or after. If not, definitely, if you have to shower, shower with shower shoes. Shower with shower shoes. And bring your own stuff. Bring your soaps, bring everything that you need, but shower with, don't let your feet, if you can help it, do not let your feet touch the floor. Yes, like the gym toilets. Treat it like the gym toilets, because remember, your skin is your biggest organ. Whatever you put your feet on the floor, your feet is soaking up all those germs and bacteria. So for me personally, I'm not showering at the gym. I'm showering at my house. I'll run home if I have to. I'll be late for my next location if I have to. I'll go from work to the gym and just change, but I'm not sweating at work. It's an office job, so it's like I'm in the school building with the kids all day. But just know, if I can go home first, I'm showering before I go to the gym, and I'm showering after. Always, if you can, wipe your stuff down, especially if you guys are comfortable with just wearing sports bras and leggings. Don't let your bare skin touch any machine in the gym until it's wiped down, and wipe down twice. And maybe if you have a little towel, put the towel down first. Yes, whatever absorbs your feet circulates through your body. Yep. And you can get very sick. I've seen people get serious infections. I'm glad I've never been that person, but I've seen people get seriously sick, and like your sweat is touching somebody else's sweat, and your feet and stuff. Like, I can't, me personally, I'm a germaphobe when it comes to that stuff. Like, if I'm getting on a machine and I even see it's still wet, even if the person had cleaned it, I'm cleaning it again. Or I'm wearing a t-shirt. If I want to walk around my sports bra, I'm putting my t-shirt on the bench or whatever I'm doing, and then I go lay on it. But that's just me. I'm taking seriously, y'all. People are out here sick, and there are sick people that go to the gym. People are sick and they still go to the gym. You need to be very careful. Make sure before you leave the gym that you wash your hands. Do not just put hand sanitizer. Wash your hands, because you don't know who touched what, and then you're touching your face, and next thing you know, you're sick or you get an infection. That's so important. Wash your hands after you leave. After you're done lifting, wash your hands. I know you don't want to walk back to the locker room. Wash your hands and see how, like, what comes off your hands. I don't know what gym I went to. I think it was like an outdoor gym or something. And I went to the bathroom and washed my hands were black. Like, black stuff was coming off my hands. Imagine if I went home, like, oh, I'll just wash my hands when I get home. Or I put a little hand sanitizer, like, and I touch my face. That is all getting trapped in your pores, and it's getting circulated in your sinuses. And no, we don't want that. We're clean girlies. Also, when you're packing your gym bag, you need a gym bag. Don't go in the gym without no gym bag. You need a gym bag. That's gym girly 101. You need to have your emergency bag. I have pads in there, tampons in there. I have Advil in there. I have baby wipes in there, deodorant, body spray, lotion. All that is in my gym bag. Trust. If you ask me, I'm pulling it out. Like, I have all that stuff with me, because who wouldn't want to smell good? When I love it when I'm in the gym, my outfit look good, and you smell me, and I smell even better. Like, I have had people smell sour in the gym, so please don't. Always hygiene first. Hygiene is very important. But yeah, any other questions? If you guys want to know what I pack in my gym bag, I can just tell you. Just let me know if you want to know. You want to know? I wear sweats now, so I have my pump cover. So I have a hoodie, sweatpants, my bands, my jump rope, my emergency bag, water, my keys. That's really it. And maybe slides if I don't want to wear my sneakers when I'm walking in. I used to have 2 pairs of shoes, so I wear one and I have my other one, because when I squat, I need to wear a specific type of shoe, and then for everything else, I want to be comfortable, so I just wear something else. But now I just wear my squat shoes the whole time. But yeah, that's what's in my gym bag. Is there anything else? Yeah, no. Any other questions? Recovery questions and stretching, or timelines, or
Yes, what do you do for muscle recovery?
I stretch. Stretching is very, very, very important. I stretch before and I stretch after. So when you're stretching before, the goal is to get your body warm. You don't want to just walk into the gym and just go straight to the heaviest machine you can go to. I'm doing so. Raise your hand if you heard of the booty band workouts y'all be seeing on IG and stuff like that. The booty band workouts. Like, one of their workouts is my warm up. I'm doing fire hydrants. I'm doing kickbacks. I'm doing jump rope. All that is before I even get to the weight, because I need my body and my heart rate to be up. I need my body to be warm. So that's very, very important. Don't just sending a list of stretches. I can send it to you, but I think it'll be better to show you, because you may not understand all of the terminology if you're not there yet. So I think it'll be better to show you. So Jennica, whenever you're ready, go ahead. And do I have time to go to the gym today? I already came from the gym, but I don't mind going back to like do a how-to video, or I can do it tomorrow. I'll probably do it tomorrow, but I can show you guys like a bunch of stretches that I do to warm up. But yes, the warm up is very important. Don't ever start any exercise cold. Do 5 minutes on a Stairmaster if you need to, and then go quick stretch and then go lift. But it's very important that you guys, your body is warm. You wouldn't just, how do I say it? You wouldn't just put cold food for like 2 seconds and then eat it. You're gonna wait till that warms up. You're gonna wait till it's piping hot, burning, piping hot. That's what I need your muscles to be like when you're starting your workout. Your muscles need to be warm. Like, you can bend down and be okay. And it's not a process. It's not like a slow process. Like, you're ready to go. You already have a little sweat going, your heart rate is going. That's what you need before you start your workout. After your workout, you're slowing down. You're taking your time to stretch. You're taking your time to bend over. You're taking your time to really feel each movement and like really work that lactic acid that's about to build up. Because the soreness is the next day, I know it's real. So you guys really need to take the time to stretch. That's very important. And it prevents injury. It prevents injury, and it does help with muscle recovery, the soreness.
Would you
Yes.
recommend, I've heard so many people say, okay, you have to do cardio after your workout, before your workout. Does it matter when it comes to muscle building?
So if you do cardio, let's say you do 30 minutes of cardio before, you're not gonna have no gas in the tank to lift. That's why they said if you're trying to lose the weight, you're mostly focused on cardio and like lightweight and, reps. But if you're trying to, let's say for me, if I'm trying to max out on squats that day, I'm not gonna hop up on no cardio machine. I'm gonna save it for after. If I have to walk for 30 minutes, I'll walk. But if you're trying to lose it, you can do it before. If strength training is not necessarily a priority, you can do it before. If you're really trying to build up strength training, really build up that muscle mass and, lower your fat, I would do it after. I would just keep it for after. You can do like a quick warm up, like maybe 5 minutes, but do not do no 30-minute workout thinking that a 30-minute cardio session, thinking that you're about to work out for an hour. Your body's going to be tapped out. Like, I know some people that can only go on a Stairmaster for 10 minutes. If you're going on a Stairmaster for 10, 15 minutes, don't even work out. You're going to be too tired. And by middle of the workout, you're not going to be able to give it your all. So I would save, even if you're trying to lose weight too, I would save the cardio for after your workout. And then add a cardio day in there for just cardio. If you're trying to lose the weight. If you're really trying to gain weight, I would limit your cardio. I would probably maybe do cardio once a week if you're just gonna do 30 minutes. And maybe like 5 or 10 minute increments after a workout. But I wouldn't prioritize cardio too much if I'm trying to gain weight. Yeah.
Do you recommend like any specific shoes for cardio or like certain type like running or walking, or does it really matter?
So what I've learned over a course of years, I don't really wear Nike shoes like that. I know Nikes are really popular, but what I've learned about our feet need to be grounded, and like when you're driving, your feet need to be grounded into the ground. But if it's like a puff ball under your sole, your feet can't go into the ground. It's being leveled up by the puff in your feet. I don't have sneakers here. So for me, I wear Adidas. Adidas, they're close to the ground, and my feet are able to spread out inside of the shoe. Y'all know when y'all feet be like this, that's not healthy. That you cannot get a workout in with your toe, with your little toe, or screaming or tucked in. You can't drive to the floor how you're supposed to. When you're squatting, you want to push through the floor. But if there's a big bubble in your shoe, you can't push through the floor. You can't drive through those heels and really target the muscle if there's a big puff ball in it. So for like regular walking, you can wear those type of shoes. But if you're squatting a full leg day, I want you to wear flat shoes. If you're flat footed, you can wear those Vans. I really don't recommend the Blazers. Everyone likes the Blazers because they're popular, but I don't like them because your feet are on top of each other. I like Adidas. They're cheaper, they're more comfortable, and they're durable. So, and they're easier for my workouts. So I prefer Adidas. I would look into Adidas more than anything, more than before I look at Nikes. I probably have like one pair now. So
I have
Adidas is
some,
the way to
but
go if you really
I hate them. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
I was
no,
gonna
you
say
can
I have two Nike shoes and I hate them.
Mhm.
I have like the Hirachis. Every time I put them on, I was like, oh, these are white shoes. They're gonna go with all my outfits. Because I was
Mhm.
just thinking more about my gym outfit than actually being comfortable. I hate them. They always break my toes. Whenever I get a pedicure, there's no point. My pedicure is done after like a week. So I
Yep.
honestly do not recommend Nike shoes.
No, I literally was like, I was just in the same boat. I'm like, I had Hirachis in every color. I thought I was cute because I had small feet. My feet was in so much pain after leg day. I'm like, why do my feet hurt so bad? Why do my feet hurt? And I watched the video on Squat University, and they're like, it's better for you to have a open, like a flat toe, an open shoe where you can spread your toes. That way you can squat better rather than wear a Nike shoe where your feet are on top of each other. A lot of girls, they wear certain shoes for aesthetic. I watch certain girls squat. I'm like, I don't even know how she's doing it. I can't, because I know her feet are in pain, or they will be in pain afterwards, or you're not able to really max out on your squat. Because if you have a bubble on the back of your shoe where you're supposed to drive through your heels, that means you're going to end up driving through your toes, and that will cause you to go forward. And if you go forward, that weight's going to fall on you, and we don't want that. Especially if, as a beginner, you're wearing the wrong shoes, you're either going to fall back or fall forward, and we don't want that. If you can't help the shoes that you have, I would just squat barefoot. Well, with socks on. Don't squat in the gym barefoot. It's not good. It's not a good time. But yeah. So the shoes you wear does matter depending on the movement that you're doing. If it's an arm day, wear whatever you want. If you're only doing arms, you can wear whatever shoes you want. If you're doing legs, I feel like you need to prioritize specific shoes just for your leg day. That matters. Even for me now, because I prioritize so much about my shoes, I don't wear certain heels. I don't wear certain flats. I don't wear certain sandals because I know how my feet will respond to it. So I'm very specific about what I put on my feet now, because my feet are that's the gold. Your ankle, your foot health, all that is like leads up to everything else above. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have one more question. Do you recommend wearing
Girl.
a knee brace or sleeve? Like, I have really weak knees, and when I try to squat, baby, my knees are buckling, and I didn't even reach 30 yet, and I'm just like, oh Lord, what is going on?
I don't. Okay, so when do you feel the pain? Do you feel pain in your knees?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's because I have too much weight on me, and sometimes like when I'm doing leg day, like if I'm trying to squat, sometimes even when I'm just walking, my knees would just give out and I'm like, "Whoa, child, what's going on?"
So, usually when people come to me for knee pain, I look at their feet and I look at their ankle first. So if you have tight ankles or your foot is a certain way, it's going to affect your knee. So it's like a chain reaction. If I have tight ankles, I'm going to feel that pain in my knee. So maybe sometimes it's the ankle that you need to strengthen before you worry about a knee brace. Because you can get a knee brace, but it's not going to fix nothing for that moment. Because once you take the brace off, it's going to hurt again. You have to really investigate where the pain is coming from. It always starts at the bottom. So when I started, or any of my clients, if my clients complain of knee pain during an exercise like a squat, I'm looking at the ankles. I'm looking at how their foot looks. If your foot is like automatically wants to go to the side, your ankles are weak. So this is your ankles are weak. If you can't do this with your foot, like have it straight forward, your ankles are weak. It's probably the mobility in your ankle that's too tight and that you really have to work on. Ankle mobility, strengthening the ankle, other dynamic movements, mobility exercises before you worry about the knee. If there's like no sharpness in your knee or actual pain in your knee, it's most likely your ankle. And it's just causing that pain from your ankle to shoot up to your knee.
Okay.
Yeah. So if your feet, when you squat, you start off like this, but then it goes automatically to the side. Or you like your stance is like this. Is it like this?
I have really flat feet. My ankles, so when I was younger, something happened, so my ankles kind of naturally turn out to the side a little bit. But yeah, my feet are really flat. My ankles kind of turn out to the side. I mean, they're straight for the most part, but sometimes when I'm like before I start the workout or like if I'm in the process of lifting, I will look at my stance. I don't know, I think it's just because my ankles just naturally turn out.
But we also so how much are you lifting? Are you an avid, like, have you always squatted, like, or are you a beginner, or
I haven't been to the gym in a while, but when I do lift, uh, what is that? The bench press, I would try to lift like chest press, sorry. Sorry, my husband is talking to me. Okay, he's trying to correct me. The what is that? The big one. That's bench press, right?
the leg press?
No, bench press. Jacob, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, forget it. I would say sometimes like 80, 100, 130. I will push myself. When I'm doing legs, like that machine where you're laying back and you're taking your legs and pushing back.
That's a leg press.
Yeah, leg
That's the
press,
leg.
sorry.
Are you good?
One I would do like 130, 150.
Okay, so do you start feeling the pain at 150?
Not really.
No. When do you feel like you start feeling pain? Because
It's
if
not
you if
necessarily pain, it's just I don't know how to explain it. Just weakness. I don't know. I guess just no strength. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. We all here brainstorm. I'm trying to figure it out for you. For leg press, it's very important that you drive through your heel. That bottom of your foot, this is like your base. This is like it's like control center. Everything you do has to come through here, because if you push through your toes, it's going to affect the rest of your body. It's not gonna feel right. You're gonna feel pain. If you're pushing through your toes, you're gonna have pain in your knees, your shins, and your back. So I would be careful how you're doing it. For me, when I started, I would push through my toes. Now I let my toes rest and I push here. So I'll leave my toes up just so I know to push through my heels. Everyone's different. I would have to see you do it in order to really pinpoint what's going on. But that's a lot of weight though, girl. That's a lot of weight. You pushing that weight. I love that for you.
Thank you.
So
I
I
don't
know
know.
it's not
I
easy.
feel like when I'm doing a little bit of weight, it's just I feel like I'm not getting anything accomplished. Like if I go lower, so when I go high, I feel like I'm building the muscle traction,
Mm-hmm.
if that's the right
Mm-hmm.
verbiage.
But you can still feel that muscle tension with little weight. I can grab 20 pounds right now, and that 20 pounds will feel like 100 pounds. If I'm going slow, you have to go slow and controlled. You have to squeeze the contracting muscles. Like it's you can make it feel, and then you go for like reps. You can make it feel like 100 pounds. You can get sore, and you're like, oh my gosh, I only did 40 pounds. Like this is crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
on the days where you don't want to overload your body either, doing heavyweight every single day, you want to have those light days to fix your form, to go for reps, to perfect that technique. You don't want to do heavy every single day. I don't do heavy every single day. If I max out one day, I'm going light the next time. So one of my leg days, I'm maxing out. The next day, the next leg day, I'm doing single leg exercises. I'm going lighter on weight, and I'm really focusing on contraction, muscle tension, all that stuff.
Okay. All right, guys. So
I know
Sarah
I've been
did
lecturing y'all.
create like no, you're giving us so much information. I'm just like, oh, should I even? No, you've really given us a lot of information, and I'm really like
Girl,
thankful.
keep
I'm
going.
sure
I'm sorry.
everybody's
I don't
learned
want
a
to take away from.
No, you're fine. We do have a lot of material to go through, but I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you, Willeen, and everybody asking the questions. Sarah created a group chat on Instagram. So if you guys have any questions, I recommend following Willeen on Instagram, and she'll be able to help you guys out. You know, if you're looking for personal trainer fitness questions, she'll be able to help you out. But I want to thank you for answering all your questions. Thank you for coming. And we're just going to move on to the next slide. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you
You're
for
welcome,
coming.
love. I'm excited to see all of you soon. I want to see the gains. I want to see the progress pictures. Share everything in the group chat. Don't feel like people will judge you. Like share everything. And I also will share my stuff if you guys want to see that too. So feel free to hit me up. I appreciate you guys. Jennica, thank you. Sarah, thank you for having me. You guys
Oh,
are
thank
amazing.
you.
Good luck on your
I've
journey.
even learned a lot of information I didn't know. So I'm very thankful.
Yes. So whenever you guys need me, I'm here.
Okay.
Save little booties, one booty at a time. I got y'all.
One booty at a time. Thank
But
you.
I'm gonna go ahead
Hope
and
you have a
log
good
off.
day.
Thank you too, guys. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So we're going to move to the next slide. All right, sorry guys, we got some information to go through. Okay, all right. So we're on our next slide. Okay. Okay. So all right, if you are one of those people that you don't want to go lifting and all that stuff after all of that, you're just like, oh, maybe lifting and working out isn't for me. I recommend joining a club. You could join like a golf club, your local sports team. Um, you could join a workout class, dance class, HIIT classes. So that's definitely what I would recommend if you still are not into that. Another thing is I wanted to go over 3 apps that I recommend that you could use. These are the apps that I use. The first one is ClassPass. So let's say you're a person that just doesn't want to sign up for just one gym. With ClassPass, you could pay them like a monthly fee. And then after that, there's a bunch of classes in your area. So, one day you might want to do Pilates, next day you want to do a rock climbing class, next day you want to do golf. So you would be paying them a monthly fee, and then you basically go to the classes. And you get to switch it up. Okay, so it won't get boring for you. The second one I want to talk about is my Fitness Pal. Fitness Pal will help you be able to calculate yes, they're all free. They're all free. My Fitness Pal, well, except ClassPass. ClassPass you have to pay. ClassPass you have to pay, but the classes itself is going to, you pay them a monthly fee, but then the class itself will be free. If that makes sense. And then my Fitness Pal and my workout app, those two are free. So my Fitness Pal is going to help you track your nutrition, fitness. It's going to help you calculate your calories. You could put your weight in there and like what your goal is, and it'll help you. Okay, you want to burn this many calories to lose 1 pound of fat in this week. And then my workout app. So my workout app I love because basically when you get on, it's like like a little person, and you're going to click the muscle that you're trying to target. So let's say you're trying to, I don't know, lose fat in your arms. You'll click on the arm, and then it'll show you like a list of different workouts, and then they will also show you, the right position to do those workouts, and how to get the muscle growth. So I really recommend my fitness app. Earlier I was I've been trying to download it, but I don't know why it's been giving me such an issue. So that's why I can't show you right now. But you could definitely download that and it will help you. Any questions with those? No? Okay, if there's a question, let me know. I'm trying to... Okay, so this is the at-home starter kit. Because let's say you still don't want to go to the gym, you could honestly create a home gym for yourself. So you could get, an ab machine. You've probably seen this all over TikTok. You could get this for like $100, and you could do your abs at home. You could get yourself an exercise mat where you could do your stretches and do your abs. A stationary bike, I think this one is like $120. But again, you're investing into yourself. You could get an at-home treadmill, jump rope. These are the resistance bands if you want to do squats. You could do pull-ups with those. There's a lot of things you could do with resistance bands, and of course some dumbbells. So, you could also, if that's not what you want to do, you could invest maybe like $100 to $200 on some at-home workouts. And, you just put some workouts on YouTube, and you could you could start your fitness journey that way. All right. Any questions on that? Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is, after all those workouts that we, spoke about with we'll need and all the workouts we went through, we're going to try to build ourselves like a fitness plan. I want you to pick at least 2 to 3 days. This is my workout plan, but if you guys, I'm not sure if Rosalie has the link, but Rosalie, if you scroll through, or there's a link that I sent earlier where we're filling out the template. Okay. So maybe Sarah, if you could send it again. Yes, thank you. And then I just want you to pick 2 to 3 days out of the week. The rest could be rest days, and then after that, you could build it up as you go. So 2 to 3 days out of the week, and you pick which workouts you're going to do. So think about, what do you want to do? Do you want to work at home? Do you want to do at-home workouts? Do you want to sign up for a gym? Do you want to maybe do ClassPass? Do you want to just maybe go on walks? So I want you to try to build yourself a workout plan from Monday through Saturday, but 2 to 3 days out of the week, where you're going to get at least 45 minutes of physical activity, at least 45 minutes out of those 2 to 3 days. Okay. And then I'll give you guys about 5 to 8 minutes to do that. I'm sorry, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was saying, are you able to leave the sample up while we write? So that way we have.
Yes. Sorry. I don't know how you were able to play music. I don't think I can do both at once, but okay. you're having a lot of issues, and it's really because there's something going on in your gut that you are going to have to heal first. So you've probably heard it before, everything starts in the gut. A healthy gut plays a role in protecting our GI tract. When we have a gut imbalance, our bodies do not make enough good bacteria to thrive, and it starts living off the bad bacteria. If we can address the root of the problem, we could stop it before it turns into chronic diseases and inflammation. Additionally, food intolerances could lead to trouble digesting the foods we eat and also absorbing the nutrients from the foods that we're eating. So I also will recommend maybe seeing, a doctor, your primary care doctor, and seeing if you have any food intolerances or vitamin deficiencies. A lot of times, of course, they'll probably try to prescribe you some sort of medicine. It's up to you whether you want to take that or want to go to God about it. Which I recommend going to God about it first. And then just using food to try to heal what is going on in your gut. So one of the things about your gut health, a lot of times why we get food intolerances and we have a bad gut is because we're not getting a variety of foods. So let's say you are a person that maybe eats cereal all the time. So your stomach is not used to getting a lot of food, a lot of different foods. So then it will just start getting used to the bacteria that you're getting from cereals. So what happens is when you try to introduce new foods to your body, it does not have enough bile or basically stomach acid to digest those foods. And then that's when it sends all the warning signs, like you get super bloated, you get constipated, you get indigestion, your food tries to come up. So you do want to try to experiment with like different foods to help increase your bile in your stomach. But again, going to your primary to see what you're intolerant to and just really seeing how your stomach will react to certain foods, because some people can do milk, some people cannot do milk. For me, I know I've had issues when I started taking my protein powder that I would get like super, super bloated, like my stomach would look pregnant. And I'm just like, I'm not pregnant. And the next morning I'll wake up and I'll look like super flat. And I realized it was like certain intolerances like in the protein that I was consuming, because most proteins do come from lactose, especially if you're taking whey or casein protein. So the signs of the bad gut are all of these here. So, any form of acne, ADHD starts in the gut, anxiety, arthritis, autoimmune diseases, bad breath, belching, sorry, that was supposed to say belching, burping, blood sugar imbalances, cancer, chronic coughing, chronic fatigue, congestion, constipation, depression, diarrhea, dizziness, PCOS, if you have difficulty concentrating, fatigue, fibromyalgia, illness, heartache, heartburn, hormonal imbalances start in the gut, infertility, irregular periods, low white blood cells, mood swings, nausea or vomiting, passing gas, skin rashes, eczema, stomach pain, stuffy nose, thyroid imbalance. And if you're having an ability, maybe you're eating healthy and working out, but you're not able to lose weight, and it's because there's some form of gut imbalance. I saw there was a question. Let's see what question was. I actually never heard about probiotic sodas. I've heard about probiotic pills and also taking fermented foods that have natural probiotics, which I will go over. So go over in the next slide. But I don't know. I've never heard about probiotic sodas. You mean like the closest probiotic soda I would say is probably like kombucha, which is not really soda. It's like vinegar. Okay. So let's talk about the steps of healing your gut. And this is most of the steps that a nutritionist will take. And of course, I recommend going to your primary care doctor. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to remove. So you're going to want to remove the pathogens such as bacteria, yeast, parasites, viruses, and bad microbiomes that are and disturbing toxins. And also there's some medications that could be messing up your gut too. So the first thing you're going to want to do is remove. One of the ways you could remove this from the research that I've done is using you could use natural antimicrobials, which is going to be like oregano, clove, like me, like earlier last night, I drank some tea and I put some cloves in there. And cloves is like one of the strongest antibiotics. Apple cider vinegar, that's going to help increase your stomach acid, and also papaya seeds. So papaya seeds, clove, and oregano, those are antimicrobials that will help you destroy the parasites in your body. And then the second thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to replace. So you're going to replace any low stomach acid, or you're going to replace the low stomach acid. So with digestive enzymes or things that are going to increase your stomach acid. So that's going to be like apple cider vinegar, which you could use to increase your stomach acidity, which is going to help your gut have enough bile to break down these foods. And then digestive enzymes. So sometimes you're not able to digest certain foods. So for me, I take a digestive enzyme because I am in a high protein diet, because my goal, is to kind of build muscle while losing weight. So when you're on a high protein diet and you're eating meats and you're eating a lot of protein, sometimes it's hard for your body to digest all those proteins at once. So I will take either a digestive enzyme, or I could use a natural one, which is like pineapple or papaya. Those are very good digestive enzymes that's going to help your body break down certain meats and stuff like that, and proteins. There's lactose enzymes. So let's say you do want to have cheese and your body's going to react to it. You could take certain enzymes that will help you break down the lactose. And then the third thing you're going to do is reinoculate. So this is when you're going to start after you've removed the bad bacteria. That's when you want to introduce probiotics, because I did the mistake of taking probiotics when I was still had a bad gut. I still had basically bad parasites in my body, and what happened is it started feeding on. It just made everything worse. I'm not a scientist, so I don't want to tell you the exact words, but it just made everything worse. You want to make sure you go in order. To basically get more probiotics in your diet, you're going to either take a probiotic supplement that could have like 50 billion good bacteria, and those, again, it's coming from a bunch of different bacteria, so your gut is not getting used to the same bacteria. Another thing you could do is you could get natural probiotics, which is like Greek yogurt, kombucha, or anything that's like fermented, sauerkraut, kimchi, things like that. That's going to help build up the good probiotics. So the best, there's a brands that I could like send you guys. There's about 50 billion probiotics, so I can't really there's a lot of different probiotics. They have like different strand names. But these are basically the natural ones that I am aware of. And then there's different like supplements that you could find on Amazon. I don't remember the name, but I could show you guys after on my Amazon cart, the ones that I've done research on. And hold on, I have my digestive enzyme that I take. I can show you guys. Oh, ow, I'm sore. So this one also has probiotics in it. If you can see that. So this basically helps you digest the five hard foods, and it's made with like papaya, ginger, fennel seeds, turmeric, peppermint leaf extract. So it's all the natural stuff that helps your tummy break down certain foods. And it has a blend of like 1 billion CFU probiotics. So this is the one that I take. Okay. Then the next thing you're going to want to do is repair. So repair and regenerate the mucosal layer and gut lining. Consider specific nutrients in foods such as glutamine and zinc and herbs. So earlier, Imani, you were asking about glutamine. I also do take glutamine. I could show you guys the one that I take, but I think I have a picture of it. I take glutamine, but I also fell into the trap when I was going through TikTok, and I was like, oh, take out glutamine. It's going to unbloat you after like 2 to 3 weeks. That is not what it, like, I think you have to take it for longer. I really don't think L-glutamine is to really cause like decreased bloating. What L-glutamine does is actually it rebuilds your gut lining. So sometimes you have you have a bad gut and your gut lining is destroyed. So L-glutamine is a building block of proteins in your body, and it's going to boost the cell activity in the gut, and it's going to repair your gut lining. And when your gut lining is repaired, you'll be able to process foods, which is going to cause less bloating in the end. But you have to go through these steps first, because if you just go straight to glutamine, it's not really going to, the bad bacteria is just going to feed off of it and make things worse, if that makes sense. And the last thing you're going to do is rebalance, and that's going to be just addressing the whole body health, lifestyle factors like stress, sleep, fasting, meditation, of course, prayer, all of that is going to help heal your gut. Okay. Any questions?
Yes. So do you recommend detoxing for the first step of removing like all of those bad
Yes.
things?
Yes, and you could do that through juicing, or again, there's a lot of natural foods you could use. So I would detox for like maybe a week or two, but when you're detoxing, you want to make sure you're like cutting things that you know that bad gut bacteria feeds off of. So if you are detoxing and you're having a lot of sugars, those sugars are just going to give them energy, and they're going to keep basically just repopulating in your gut and stuff like that. Any other questions? Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is antioxidants. Okay. So the other thing we're going to want to get from our food is, besides probiotics, is going to be, antioxidants. So free radicals will break down our cells over time. Okay, so you could be a person that eats healthy and you'll still deal with free radicals. So that could come from smoking, air pollutants, industrial chemicals, x-rays. So you go to a doctor and get an x-ray done, that's still causing free radicals. You're cleaning up your bathroom and you're spraying all that bleach and stuff, that's still causing free radicals. Processed meats, cooking oil, medication, fried foods, diet, lifestyle, and there's so much more things that we do on a day-to-day basis, which is causing free radicals. And these are the things that causes us to age, and causes bad skin, causes diseases, cancer, and just chronic inflammation. So we're going to want to make sure we're getting antioxidants from our foods. And there's so many different types of antioxidants. There's bioflavonoids, carotenoids, terpenoids, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin D. We want to make sure that we're getting vitamin D. If you guys aren't aware, Black people are the most deficient in vitamin D, because when you have more melanin, it is harder for your skin to absorb the rays from the sun. So usually, especially Black women, we are at the lowest. We usually are the most vitamin deficient. So we want to make sure that we're getting vitamin D, which again, you're going to get that from the sun. If you don't want to lay out in the sun, you can take a vitamin D supplement. And these are all the sources that we could get these different antioxidants from. It's going to be mostly fruits and vegetables. Carotenoids, like for example, those are only going to come from orange foods. It's funny. So like shrimp, salmon, oranges, even like sweet potato, you're going to get those. And carotenoids, that's what forms vitamin A, which later turns into retinol. It's going to help your skin, helps with anti-aging. I know yesterday we talked all about skincare, but your skincare is going to come first from the food that you're eating and making sure you're getting antioxidants. And that's what's going to fight the free radicals in your skin. And just eating, like if you have a good diet of carotenoids, that could be the retinol in your body, you know, rather than buying some. Okay, so that's antioxidants. Any questions? Can't tell if we have questions. Oh, what was the name of the of this? Is that what you're asking? The name of this? This is ZenWise digestive enzymes. Rosalie, if that's what you were asking. Okay, no questions?
Do you have an Amazon storefront?
No, I don't, but I could create one.
Yes, with all these things in it.
Yeah, I could create one. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is the spirit of gluttony before we talk about the different foods that we are going to eat. So the spirit of gluttony is a very sneaky spirit, okay? So his goal is to not just cause us to eat and drink in excess, but he causes us to crave unhealthy things. So it tricks our minds to want to eat, you know, sugars, fast foods, unhealthy fats, bad carbs, and processed foods. And again, we live in a generation that glamorizes being overweight. And also, every single time we scroll on social media, there's countless videos of foods and restaurants, which makes us just want to eat all the time because everything looks so good. So, believe it or not, you could still be the skinniest person and still have the spirit of gluttony. The people that I know that, you know, eat in excess are usually, you know, very tiny people. And although we are excited to start our new health journeys and try new foods, we have to keep a healthy balance in our habits. So this spirit is never satisfied. Let us not be deceived. His goal is to steal, kill, and destroy. And he causes us to crave things that's going to feed our flesh. So, and we know the more we feed the flesh, the more we are willing to sin. And then its goal is ultimately to ruin our bodies, which is the temple of the Holy Spirit. And then over time, the spirit of gluttony is going to open up doors for 7 spirits that are more wicked than himself. Okay, so we just have to remember that the Bible says that man shall not live on bread alone, but by the word that proceeds from the mouth of God. So we know when we're eating unhealthy and we're eating excess, that could cause a spirit of addiction. If you're overeating, you know, that could become an addiction, especially if you're eating and drinking. That's a spirit of addiction. That could cause idolatry. There's people who idolize food. You know, if you have too much sugars and fast foods, that causes brain fog. It's going to invite the spirit of anxiety, spirit of depression, spirit of confusion, spirit of lust, spirit of sloth. We know that if you're overeating and you're not eating healthy, it's going to cause you to be lazy. It's going to invite that spirit in. And then over time, it wants to invite the spirit of infirmity. And that's how you get all these diseases and inflammation in your body, spirit of poverty. In Proverbs 23 and 21, it says the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty. So again, if you have this spirit, at the end, if it's not casted out and it's not replaced with the Holy Spirit, it's going to bring in the spirit of poverty. And then last but not least, the spirit of death. Ultimately, the goal is this spirit is to steal, kill, and destroy, like every other demonic spirit. Okay. So that's the spirit of gluttony. Any questions on that spirit? Or any comments or anything? Okay. All right. And then lastly, I just want to go over like the specific foods that we should be putting in our body and foods we should be avoiding. And then I will give you guys a template to basically fill out your meal plan. I know it might be hard to create a meal plan in the next 30 minutes. So maybe we could just create one day and then the rest we'll do like on our own times. So the first thing we're going to avoid is sugar. All right, so sugar is going to cause fine lines and wrinkles, weight gain, acne and skin breakouts, joint pain, fatty liver. It's highly inflammatory. It's going to drain your energy. Well, actually, so sugar is going to give you a boost of energy and then it's going to crash you. So it's going to drain your energy later. Heart disease, diabetes, cavities, kidney stones. And if we want to avoid sugar, we're going to have to say no to sodas, energy drinks, and juices. Even when we have our coffee, I know that's hard for me to drink coffee without sugar, but we're going to have to try to drink our coffees and teas without sugar. We're going to have to try to stay away from candy and all the good sweets and chocolates. I know dark chocolate is healthy, but a lot of chocolates that are on the market are just filled with sugar. We could use natural sweeteners like honey or stevia. And then we're going to stay away from processed foods. So even the ones that are marketed as healthy. Okay. And then when we are shopping for our foods, when we go to the grocery store, we're going to want to make sure that we're looking at the ingredient list and we're staying away from added sugars. Okay. I know most foods have added sugars, but we're going to try to stay away from foods that have very high added sugars and also high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is translated to cancer. Just remember that. And then we're going to avoid sugary desserts and we're going to increase our protein intake. So when we increase our protein intake and when we actually have L-glutamine actually helps suppress your sugar cravings. And of course, we're going to drink more water. Okay. We're going to want to eat more fruits and vegetables. So apples and pears, citrus fruits, stone fruits, tropical and exotic fruits, berries, melons, tomatoes. These are where we're going to get all those antioxidants to fight inflammation. We're going to eat vegetables, leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, marrow, root vegetables, edible plants, and elemiums, which is going to be like onion, garlic, shallot, those foods. And then we're going to want to drink more consume more herbs and teas. So rosemary, ginger, turmeric, cocoa tea, green tea. Green tea is full of antioxidants. I believe it's called ECKG. I can't remember, but they're packed. You're going to get most of your antioxidants, a lot of your antioxidants from herbs, teas, vegetables, and fruits overall. Any question, guys? Sorry, I feel like I'm just talking and talking. If you have questions, just let me know.
I have a question. What if you're interested in doing juicing, and the fruits are frozen? Does it have like the protein same way even though it's frozen? And you're juicing from it?
So what do you mean? Are you talking about you're using frozen fruits or after you freeze it? After you make the juice and freeze it?
Like you're using frozen fruits.
Oh, if you're using frozen fruits? Well, fruits don't really have too much protein. They have antioxidants, but those antioxidants are not going to change if they're frozen. You're still going to get the same antioxidants. The only thing, if there's preservatives in it, that might make it different. Like if you're getting like canned fruits or like those are not good for you. But fruits and vegetables, you're mostly going to have like vitamins, nutrients, and antioxidants from fruits and vegetables and herbs. Proteins are going to come, I'll go over where most of our proteins come from in our next slide. But yeah, it's not going to change the benefits. I myself, when I make my smoothies, I use fresh fruits to juice, but when I make my smoothies, I use frozen fruits, and it doesn't change the benefit. Okay. And then the next one we're going to work on is, okay, we're going to want to increase our fiber and grains. So fiber is beneficial to your gut microbiome. It is recommended that women should have 30 grams of fiber a day. So there's a lot of times where you could be eating healthy and the food is just sitting there. And this is why you're not going to the bathroom as often as you should, because you're not having enough fiber. So there's two different types of fiber. You have soluble fiber, which is going to dissolve in water, and it's going to be metabolized by good bacteria. And then you have insoluble fiber, which is going to speed up the passage of food through the stomach of intestines. So to get fiber, you're going to make sure you're increasing your grains, oats, nuts, seeds. A lot of fruits have fiber, like apples, pears, avocado, apricots, vegetables like broccoli, carrots, sweets, and then lentils and beans. That's where you're going to get most of your fiber. Okay. And then on the side here, this is what I eat for breakfast. I had it for breakfast this morning. I always have like guys, this is so good. It's literally like overnight oats. I just put oatmeal, like probably 2 scoops of oats. I'll put like some chia seeds, some yogurt, and then I put it in some almond milk or oat milk, and I put it in the fridge. And then the next morning, I just cut up some fruits and put some peanut butter on it. And I don't know why I was sleeping on this for so long. It is so delicious. Ooh. We're going to make sure we're getting our grains, which is going to be like quinoa. We want to stay away from so white rice is not the best grain, but if you do like brown rice, red rice, barley. So we're going to make, and you could get proteins from these foods too. And then as far as dairy, dairy is a good source of calcium, protein, and many nutrients, but it could lead to many digestive issues. A lot of people are lactose tolerant and they're not able to digest these foods. So you could get alternatives like oat milk or, almond milk or something like that. All right, now let's go into the protein section. Now, protein is what you're going to need if you're trying to build muscle. That's going to be the most important part. Proteins are the building blocks called amino acids, and this is what your body uses to make muscle, bone, enzymes, and hormones. So protein is what's going to support a healthy body weight. And when you have more muscle in your body, it's going to replace the fat. So we're going to make sure we're eating enough protein so we could build muscle. And when you have muscle, you're going to have faster metabolism and you're going to have low body fat. So there's a bunch of different ways you could get protein, but the first one is going to be meat. So any sort of fish, poultry, or seafood like crab, shrimp, eggs, you could get proteins from there. Those are going to be the high forms of protein. That's where you're going to get the most amount of proteins from. Or you can get it from like nuts and seeds and whole grains. So almonds, walnuts, pistachios, chia seeds, beans, chickpeas, or like quinoa. Those are very high in proteins as well. Okay, now let's say you are not a person that don't really like to eat meat or fish. You could get your proteins from a protein powder. There's a few different types of protein powders. So there's like plant-based proteins that are like peas or pumpkin or hemp proteins. I have one that I use from from EHP Labs. Okay, so it's good because it's a plant protein, and I know it says that, okay, it doesn't really bloat you, but I feel like I've experienced bloating from plant proteins, and the reason why is because they don't process, your body doesn't process them as fast, but they build muscle. So there, you could get bloating from plant proteins. Soy proteins, I highly, highly do not recommend. I I do not recommend that. I used to take a soy protein when I was in college, and I broke out everywhere in my chest. It was everywhere. And it has been linked to, you know, messing up your hormones and potential health risk in women. Soy itself has been linked to a lot of breast cancers. So I don't recommend that. I broke out everywhere over my chest, and then it took months to get rid, years to get rid of the hyperpigmentation. There's still some hyperpigmentation that I'm still trying to get rid of. So I highly do not recommend soy protein. Then you're going to get your powdered proteins that are derived from milk, like whey protein or casein protein. So whey protein is going to digest faster, and then casein protein is going to take a little longer to digest. My favorite protein is going to be whey isolate. So with whey isolate, they remove all the carbs and all the fats that extracted from the protein. So when you're eating the protein, it's going to be a 98% protein powder. Okay. And then the last one is going to be collagen peptides. We know collagen is the most abundant protein in the body. This is what makes up our skin, our cartilage, and our bone. That's what's going to help us stay young looking and youthful. So those are the five different sorts of protein powders. Okay. Any questions on protein? No, I do not have a YouTube channel. No, sorry, I don't, Rosalie. Do you guys have questions? I know I'm just talking and talking and talking. You guys still there? You're falling asleep? Okay, we're almost done, guys. Okay. All right, and then we're going to want to consume our healthy fats, stay away from trans fats. We're going to want to make sure we're eating our complex carbs and staying away from simple carbs. So when we consume healthy fats are full of omega-3s. So omega-3s, that's what's going to combat inflammation and reduce the risk of stroke and diseases. So fat is good for you. You do need fat because that's what your body uses to turn into energy. And if you're not consuming fats, you're not going to have energy to do your day-to-day things. So I don't recommend cutting out fat. I recommend cutting out trans fat. Now, to get healthy fats, that's going to come from foods like fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, tuna, mahi-mahi, anchovies, Greek yogurts, nuts and seeds, edamame, olives, olive oil, avocado, eggs, the list goes on. And then you're going to want to avoid the trans fats. So now trans fats do the complete opposite. So they are going to give you energy as well, but they're filled with omega-6s. And omega-6 is what's going to add the inflammation to your body. So that's going to be baked goods, baking ingredients like frosting or margarine, frozen foods. So not like frozen fruits, but you know, like those frozen foods that you just be finding that's been sitting in the freezer for years and years. Like, you know, those are not good for you. Canned meats, hot dogs, bacon, sausages, fried foods, and vegetable oils and canola oils. Soybean oil, do not recommend. That's going to cause inflammation in your body. Okay, and then we are going to want to stay away from simple carbs. So the simple carbs, your body, it's what it sounds like. Your body could digest them quickly. So it's going to be like sugars, sweeteners, high fructose corn syrup, sodas, cookies, chips. Your body processes it quickly. That's why if you keep eating these things, you're going to see yourself gain weight pretty quick because it sends the glucose to your bloodstream immediately. And then the good carbs, it's going to take your body a longer time to digest, but it is going to release better nutrients to your body, and a slower release of glucose in your bloodstream. So vegetables, leafy greens, fruits, whole grains, nuts and seeds, sweet potatoes, whole wheat pasta, those are going to be the carbs that we're going to want to consume. Okay. Right. Any questions? All right, so next we're going to talk about meal prepping. So meal prepping is a great way to get started on your health journey. We all have busy lives, and it could be very tempting to stop at McDonald's because of convenience. The downside of meal prepping is most people get bored of eating the same thing every day. So it's good to experiment with like different dressings, spices, condiments, and switch up your proteins as well. So when I am meal prepping, I will basically, let's say I buy like a chicken. So when I season it, it's like I'll season half with barbecue, and I'll season half with like maybe lemon and pepper. Or I'll get like teriyaki chicken. So I like split up, even though I'm using the same protein, I use different seasonings so my food does not taste the same. And I do that for my condiments. Oh no, what am I saying? I do that for my carbs as well. So if I'm um eating like broccoli, or one day I'll have broccoli. So I meal prep it all at once. And then I keep track of it for the week. So I know that during so I know during the week I'm not eating the same thing, and I don't get bored of it, or I don't waste my food, because if I get bored of my food, I won't eat it. And the benefits of meal prepping is it's convenient. It's going to help you save time. So you really just need 2 to 3 hours of your day of your day per week. It's going to save money because it's going to ensure that you're not overspending when you go to the grocery store, or every single day you're just like, I'm hungry, let me go stop, buy this fast food and just get something quick. So it's going to help you save money. It's going to reduce food waste. It's going to help it's going to help you keep track of your nutrient intake. So if you know, okay, I have to eat 30 grams of fiber a day. I have to eat 100 grams of protein a day, which again, you could track that with the app that I showed you earlier. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's MyFitnessPal. And you go on Google, you're like, okay, how many grams of this are in 2 teaspoons of this? So it helps you like keep track of it, and help you measure out your goals. And it's going to help you stay on track of having a healthy diet as well. And then the best thing, which I think, is it helps you portion out your foods, so you're not overeating. Okay. No. And I just here we have like just some examples of like meal prepping at the bottom. And you could meal prep maybe like lunch. You could do lunch and dinner, or you could just do lunch and cook one of the days. Okay. And then these are the portions. So when you're meal prepping, you want to make sure you're having like 1 palm of protein. So you look at the palm of your hand. This is how much protein you want to eat. When it comes to carbs, you want this much carbs on your plate. When it comes to vegetables, you want this much vegetables on your plate. And then also for fruit, let's say you're eating breakfast, you want this much fruit. And then for fats, you want like 1 tub of fats. Okay. Any questions? No questions? Okay.
Could you go back to the chart before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you demonstrate the fist again?
Yes. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So like a fist of fruit, a fist of vegetables.
Gotcha.
And then for protein, you want like a palm. Okay. And for fat, like a thumb. All right, now let's go to our meal prep starter pack. Okay, so I recommend investing in some meal prep items. You get some bowls and plates, all of these from Amazon. Getting yourself a juicer, a blender so you could blend your food. Yeah, so these are the items that I would recommend. I have some packaging for like, not really packaging, some containers for like dressings and sauces. So yeah, that's going to be the starter pack for meal prepping. Okay, and now we're into our meal prep portion. So also on that sheet that I sent you, we are kind of like running, kind of went behind time, like a little over time. So if we want to just maybe fill out a meal prep for Monday, I just want you to do like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I also want you to write out the list of groceries from the foods that we are going to eat. And again, I could send you guys this Canva and you guys could fill it out later. But I want you to pick out, proteins that you're going to buy at the grocery store this week, or the proteins you're going to get, the different fiber you're going to try to get, the grains you're going to eat, the healthy fats, because again, you need healthy fats, and the list of fruit and vegetables. So right now, I just kind of want you to like create a grocery list. I guess you could kind of like figure out the recipes later and stuff and what exactly you're going to make. You guys have any questions?
Not right now. No.
Okay. Mm.
Oh, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Jesus. Jehovah, you are the Most High. Jehovah, you are the Most High God. Jehovah, you are the Most High. Jehovah, you are the Most High God. Jehovah, 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 Daddy, Jehovah. Everlasting Father, I'm calling your name, 'cause I need you, my Lord, right away. My trust is in you, my Lord, I'm calling your name. Jehovah, my King, release your grace. Oh, Jehovah, I'm calling your name, Jehovah, Jehovah. You are the Most High, Jehovah. You are the Most High, Jehovah. Yeah, Jehovah. Baba God, oh, Jehovah. Yeah, Daddy man. Jehovah, my Lord and Savior, Jehovah, 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 Daddy man, Jehovah. Daddy man, daddy man, daddy man, daddy man. You are the Most High. You are the Most High God. You are the Most High. You are the Most High God.
Our southern weather is unpredictable.
We know you've seen a thing or two.
Like heavy rain.
Ay, ay, ay. You are the river that never runs dry. Hey, ay, ay.
Hi, okay, so I believe you had a question, Imani. So what do I usually meal prep for like my week? So so definitely on, okay, I'll just give you my morning for dinner. So I always juice, and I think I went over the juicing thing, so I won't cover that. But in the morning, I always either do like a chia seed pudding or an oatmeal pudding or overnight oats. So chia seed pudding is just honestly almond milk and chia seeds. The chia overnight, the chia seeds kind of soak it up, and I'll just add some fruits in the morning like strawberries, honey, and cinnamon, and then I'll do the same thing for the overnight oats. And then for lunch, I'll always switch it up. So I either do like chicken or I'll do lately I've been doing like chicken and shrimp. So an example will be like I'll do like a teriyaki chicken, and I'll do that Monday through Wednesday. And then I'll meal prep another sort of chicken, which is going to be like barbecue chicken. And then I'll do like, let's say, lemon and pepper shrimp, or I'll do like bang bang shrimp. So I bought the sauce for that not too long ago. And I kind of like just kind of like portion it out. And I do one differently for each day. And then lately I've been eating a lot of broccoli. I've been trying to stay away from rice. So I tried making my own cauliflower rice. And I just kind of like chop up the rice. I chop up the cauliflower into rice and I cook it. And then I'll do like asparagus, and I love sweet potatoes. So yeah, sweet potatoes. And then I always top it off with a sauce on top. So I make my own creamy ginger sauce. So I get like this ginger paste, and I'll use Greek yogurt, and also must they did Dijon, how is that pronounced? Dijon, I can't pronounce it. Dijon mustard, and I make my own sauce, and I'll put it on it. And then sometimes I'll use different dressings, like a balsamic, and it makes my food like really enjoyable that way. Um, and then as far as dinner, I for dinner I always either do like a protein drink because I come from the gym, and I live with my parents, so when my mom's in the kitchen, you cannot be in her kitchen. So I gotta like so if she's not doing anything, then I'll make like a salad, like a salmon salad, like Caesar salmon salad, or I just use my blender really quick and I'm making sure that I'm getting the amount of protein that I need to eat for that day. So I mostly meal prep for morning and lunch because that's the times where I don't have time. For dinner, I could like whip up something really quick. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you. My other question was, how do you incorporate that into your budget? Like when you go out, do you try to like plan out all the meals that you're gonna have before? Uh, okay. Do you plan? Do you,
Yeah, so I go grocery shopping every week, so I do plan that out of like my what I could do and what I can't do for the week. Like if somebody's like, "Oh, let's go to dinner," I'm like, "I'm sorry, I need to get my groceries." So I do kind of like try to budget that out. I'm not sometimes I'll like because I have to eat healthy. Because for me, I find it's more affordable for me to meal prep than if I'm at work and I have to like Uber eat something, or I have to like stop and go get like for me, it's just more affordable that way. And the way I look at it is an investment. That's just the way I look at it. It's like, okay, this is saving me money from later having to go to a hospital or having like a disease that I have to treat for thousands of dollars. So every single time but I try to give myself a budget of probably like $50 every week to spend on like groceries and stuff like that. So I try to, because I've tried maybe like there's some things I could keep for like a month or two, but when you're eating like fresh fruits and vegetables, like they're not gonna last more than a week if they're organic. Most organic fruits and vegetables, the most you can make them last maybe like 7 to 8 days. So that's why I go grocery shopping every week, and I tend to just make sure I take that out of my budget every week. I'll pick my groceries over my nails if I have to. Do you guys still need more time?
I think I'm just about done. Maybe like kind of putting in different alternatives.
We could share.
Yeah.
Okay. For the meal prep, for Monday I did breakfast smoothie with blueberry, coconut milk as my base, some strawberries, bananas, and then for lunch I'll have a salad, spring mix with cucumber, bell peppers, and quinoa. And dinner I'll have some shrimp with brown rice, black beans and broccoli. And for the grocery list, blueberry, cucumbers, wild caught salmon, brown rice, quinoa, green tea, kiwi, rolled oats, mangoes, cantaloupe, water, sweet potatoes, broccoli, red and green bell peppers, spring mix, kale, black beans, spinach wrap, pasteurized eggs, and beets.
Okay. That's really good. What are you using for your fiber? Sorry, I know you said beans, but and quinoa. Yeah, you said that. Quinoa.
So quinoa will be considered fiber.
Yeah, quinoa has a lot of fiber in it. It's
Oh,
protein too, but it has a lot of fiber. It's very high in fiber. Okay, that's really good. Thank you for sharing. Would anybody else like to share?
I can share mine.
Okay, go ahead.
So I based it on what kind of like my typical week looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't do much breakfast. So breakfast is usually like either just coffee, which is bad, but I'm trying to add like more, kind of make it like a protein coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or I'll do breakfast sausage with like some protein waffles or something like that. My lunch is usually like a turkey sandwich and some fruit. And then like the variation kind of came in with the dinner. So like Monday, I put salmon, baked salmon and a Mediterranean salad. And then Tuesday and Wednesday will be like what I call protein spaghetti, which is um like I'll take the protein pasta, which is usually like a lentil pasta or something of that sort. And like I'll put uh ground bison and like a beef sausage in it with like, different vegetables. And it kind of almost looks more like a stew than a spaghetti because it's really chunky. But
What does bison taste like? I've never had bison.
bison tastes like a really clean ground beef. Like it's not that really beefy flavor. It's very light, and
Mm-hmm.
it's much easier to digest. It is
Really?
much more expensive. Like a
Mm-hmm.
pound usually runs like $10, but it's so much better and the flavor is really lighter.
Oh,
And it, like I said, it's not rough on your digestive system at all.
okay. Hmm.
Um,
I have to look into that.
mhm. I actually found a butcher that they kind of all they process is bison. And like I said, it's pretty expensive, but
Mm-hmm.
like it's so much better. And I'm actually looking into putting in another order soon. But
Oh,
it's really good. So they have, like bison steak, ground bison, sausage, like all of that, but it's just bison.
wow.
And then for Thursday, I usually do like a crispy chicken salad. Friday, I'll do like roasted lamb with either potatoes and rice or like some sort of veggie.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, that's my Sabbath, so I don't try to do too much. So I'll do like maybe breakfast for dinner or something like that. And then Sundays are cheat days and I just do takeout. But
Oh,
my grocery lists are, let's see, there's salmon, tomatoes, red and white onions, protein spaghetti, bison, beef sausage, whatever sauces I'm using for the week, lamb cuts, potatoes, spinach, turkey
mm-hmm.
sausage, eggs, cucumbers, chicken tenders, carrots, rice, nuggets, and fish sticks, because, it's still protein. And then that usually helps me like get in because I need a really high protein intake. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so, whatever way I can get it, that's what I do. So I'm like a kid, I will eat, chicky nuggets and fish sticks. And then I'll do like turkey lunch meat. And either like for my breads, I usually do a potato bread, but also like I found bread thins that are like protein based or like protein bread is pretty good too. It just depends on the brand. So I either do like a protein bread or a protein bread thin if I'm doing that. And then just like, fruits, peppers, things like that, like supplemental ingredients.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Okay. All right, so we're just going to move on and then we'll do our prayer and then you guys can enjoy your Saturday. Thank you guys for coming. But okay. So what are some other things you could do to motivate you to go to the gym? Um, there's basically four things I'm going to recommend. I do recommend supplements. These are the supplements that I use. A thermogenic, again, this is not a save all. You do need to be doing this while you're eating healthy and working out. So I use a thermogenic fat burner and it basically uses your fat and turns it into like helps you burn energy. I'm sorry, not burn energy, helps you burn fat. It turns your fat into energy and helps you burn fat. There you go. And it's going to help increase your caloric expenditure and metabolic rate. Glutamine, this is the glutamine that I was recommending. That I covered glutamine earlier. That's what's going to help you help heal or repair your gut lining. Two different types of protein. If you would like to go for the vegan protein, you could use the plant protein, or you could get whey protein. And I love this brand. Personally, I don't think that their plant protein is really good. I just don't really like the taste because it is coming from peas, and it's very hard to hide the taste of peas in your protein drink. So, and then greens, their greens and their fat burner and their whey protein, absolutely delicious. So let's say you're a person that some days, let's say this day you're not able to get all of your vegetables and fruits like you would have wanted. You could get a daily super green supplement. And this is basically a bunch of fruit and veggies, just kind of like, ooh, chocolate. Oh, I have to try their chocolate one. I'm sure it tastes better than I had the salted caramel. My brother said it tasted like throw up. So, and I thought the same thing. It did not taste good. So yeah, you could get just a scoop of this. You didn't get your fruits and vegetables, you get a scoop. It's going to be packed with your nutrients, your antioxidants. And it's basically just dried fruit and vegetables that has been grinded up to a green powder. And then the next thing I'm going to recommend you do is start following some creators on Instagram or on TikTok. These are the creators that I follow to help me get some ideas for cooking. And a lot of these creators, this is not even including meat. So whenever I need ideas for breakfast or dinner, oh, sorry. I usually go on Instagram and I like save one of these videos, and it gives me ideas on what to cook for the week. Yeah. Yes, I could do that. I could definitely do that. So I will share some of the fitness influencers that I follow, and also the creators that helps me eat healthy and stay on top of it. And the more you're following healthy creators, and guys, the good thing about eating healthy, the more you start eating healthy, after a while, after a month, it's gonna disgust you to eat unhealthy foods. Like, okay, sometimes you'll go out and you'll want something that's a little, but once you start eating healthy, you're going to fall in love with it, and you're not even going to crave those unhealthy things that we were eating before. Oh, yeah. Plant by You. Oh, this one, Plant. Oh, Plant by You. Okay. So that's what I'm going to recommend. And then, of course, I'm also going to recommend getting some cute gym clothes. Guys, you will do not underestimate, sorry, I can't pronounce words today, but a good gym outfit is going to really boost your confidence when you go to the gym, and it's going to make sure that you feel good while you're working out. So these are the brands that I like. Gymshark, Lululemon. Lululemon's kind of expensive, so stay within, your price range, but the quality, I know if I get a good Lululemon, it's going to last me 10 years, 15 years. Athlete, Full Strength, if you want to represent while you're in the gym. This is a Christian clothing brand. Owner Active has been my favorite brand as of now, because it's affordable and the quality is like pretty good. So this has been my favorite brand. And I love Navigation. Navigation is definitely going to, the reason I also like Owner Active, I feel like it's one of those, I've been getting convicted lately by God. The Holy Spirit has been convicting me on some of my gym outfits, because last year I could just wear a gym bra and this, but my I've also gotten bigger, so my assets, my boobs and my butt has gotten bigger. So I've been getting convicted about what I've been wearing to the gym. And I like Owner Active because they do have a lot of like outfits if you're trying to be a little more covered up at the gym. So that's why Owner Active is my favorite right now. Okay. And guys, that concludes our seminar. The last thing I just want you to do is kind of write a nice little letter to yourself.
I'm good. All right, I'm coming. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you guys could just write a nice letter to yourself that you could read to yourself in the next 3 months, or whenever you're going to, whenever the time that you set to reach your goals. So in 3 months, what would you like to say to yourself? Proverbs 16:24 say, kind words are sweet like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. So let's write ourselves a nice message that we could read 3 months from now. And this is what's going to help us stay motivated. And then we could share those. So I'll probably give you like 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll kind of like finish in prayer. And then that will be the end of our seminar. So I'll give you guys some time to write that up.